Let's talk about material. As a cost accountant, it is our duty to keep the total costs regarding material, say the ordering costs or the storage costs, also known as carrying costs. It is our duty as a cost accountant to keep these costs as low as possible. So in order to keep them as low as possible, we must find the quantity that is to be ordered in an order, or which is known as the reorder quantity, where the total costs, that is both the ordering costs and the carrying cost, are the least. Now this quantity that you must order, which will make the ordering cost and the carrying cost the least, is called the economic order quantity. Now to find out what the economic order quantity, we have a simple formula. It is the square root of 2 into the annual consumption into the ordering cost per order divided by the carrying cost of 1 unit per annum. It is a very simple formula to learn and memorize. It will be all the more easier once we do a sum using this formula. Now let's look at the different stock levels that we must find out to ensure there is no wastage or to ensure that there are no unnecessary expenses. The first is the reorder level. Now what is the reorder level? The reorder level is the level at which a new order must be made so that there is sufficient quantity in our storage, in our warehouse, to make both normal and abnormal consumptions until the time the delivery comes. So in short, it is the level at which a new order must be made. Now what is the minimum level? The minimum level is the level of a stock which should be maintained at all times. It shouldn't be lower than this. It is the minimum allowed level. The maximum level is the opposite, and this is the highest allowed level that should be maintained so that unnecessary costs would not be incurred, or sometimes it could be it could lead to the spoiling of material or lowering of its quality. So that is the maximum level that should be maintained. More than this would affect the quality or might even include higher expenses. Next is danger level. The danger level, at this level, it is lower than the minimum level, and at this level, it is better to make only emergency issues and not normal, regular issues, because the stock is very low. The average stock level, as the name suggests, is the average of the stock level. Now, to find out the reorder level, the minimum level, and so on, we have been given formulas which we must learn. It's quite simple once we keep practicing and do a sum or two. For the reorder level, the formula is the maximum reorder period and the maximum usage. These figures are generally given in the question itself. And next is the minimum level. The minimum level is the reorder level minus normal usage into average delivery time. The reorder level we can find out using the previous formula, and normal usage and normal delivery time is usually given in the question itself. Maximum level. This is reorder level plus the reorder quantity minus the minimum usage into the minimum delivery time. Danger level is the minimum usage into the emergency delivery time. Average stock level can be found out in two ways. One is the obvious, which is minimum plus maximum level divided by 2, and the other, which is more, I would say, correct, would be minimum level plus half of reorder quantity. If sufficient figures are not given in the question to find out the minimum level or the reorder quantity, if sufficient information is not given in the question to find out the reorder quantity, then we can use the second formula. If everything is given, then it is better to write the answers that we would get from both the formulas separately. Now let's look at the costs which are incurred in ordering and storing. The ordering cost, to find out, we have a simple formula, that is the annual usage divided by the reorder quantity into the cost per order. Now, annual usage divided by the reorder quantity will actually give you the number of orders, because the reorder quantity is the quantity that must be ordered in each order. That is the quantity included in each order, and the annual usage is the total quantity required. So you divide the annual usage divided by the reorder quantity, you will actually get the number of orders. And so the number of orders into the cost per order will give you the total ordering cost. Moving on to the carrying cost. The carrying cost is the reorder quantity divided by 2 into the purchase price into the carrying cost expressed as a percentage of average cost inventory. Generally in the question, the carrying cost is always given as a percentage of average inventory, so finding out carrying cost should be quite easy. The main thing to remember in these stock levels, the economic order quantity, and in finding out the ordering cost and carrying cost, we must remember the formulas and memorize them as much as possible. Okay, so once you find out the ordering cost and the carrying cost, you add these two plus the purchase price of the quantity, you will get the total cost. Now, to make things more clearer and easy to understand, let's use them in a question. So here we have an illustration. A company uses 3 raw materials, A, B, and C, for a particular product, and the raw material, and it's given separately for A, B, and C. The usage per unit, the reorder quantity, the price per kg, the delivery period in minimum, average, and maximum, the reorder level, and finally the minimum level only for C. We've also given the weekly production varies from 175 to 225 units. It averages 200 units, and we've been asked 4 questions. So let's look at the question one by one. First, we are asked what the minimum stock of A should be. Now, we have already seen the formula for minimum level. So the second one we can see, it is reorder level minus normal usage into average delivery time. So we can go to the question. We can write down the formula. Minimum level is equal to reorder level minus normal usage into average delivery time. The reorder level is given, it's 8,000. The normal delivery time is 2, and the normal usage is given in the last line. Weekly production varies from 175 to 225, averaging 200. So the average delivery time is 2, and the average usage is 200 units, and the reorder level is 8,000. So we have all the figures. Let's go ahead and use them. 8,000 minus 200 into 10 into 2 gives us 4,000 kgs, and we have multiplied 200 into 10 because if you see in the question, the second column, for each unit you need 10 kgs of the raw material A. So since we're making 200 units, we need 200 into 10, that is 2,000 kgs. Multiply that into the average delivery time and subtract it from the reorder level, and we get the answer 4,000 kgs. The next question asked is the maximum stock of B. If you remember the formula, the maximum level is equal to reorder level plus reorder quantity minus minimum usage into minimum delivery time. We have the reorder level given in the question, that's 4,750. The reorder quantity is given, 5,000. Minimum usage and delivery period is both given, so let's apply them to the answer, and we have 4,750 plus 5,000 minus so and so. The answer is 7,650 kgs. So just by using the simple formula, we've got the answer. Moving to the next one, we are asked to find the reorder level of C. Here minimum level is given, reorder level is not given, so we have been asked to find out the reorder level. The reorder level formula is maximum reorder period into maximum usage. We have both given in the question. Reorder maximum reorder period is 4 weeks, and 225 units into 6 would be the maximum usage. Apply that to the formula, and the answer is 5,400 kgs. The last question asked is average stock level of A. Now, if you remember, we can use two formulas. One is the easier one, maximum level plus minimum level divided by 2, and the more I feel the more correct formula if reorder quantity is given, that is minimum level plus half of reorder quantity. Anyway, so let's we got minimum level plus half of reorder quantity. We have the reorder quantity, it's 10,000, it's given in the question. The third column from the left gives all the figures, and we arrive at the answer of 9,000 kgs. Now, the third and the fourth answer, that is reorder level and average stock level, can be found in two different ways. As you already know, average stock level can be found out in the maximum level plus minimum level divided by 2. But reorder level also can be found using a different formula. You already know that the reorder level is equal to maximum period, reorder period into maximum usage. Also, you know that minimum level is equal to reorder level minus normal usage into average delivery time. So if we move around the equation a bit, we can arrive at reorder level is also equal to minimum level plus the normal usage into average delivery time. So if we substitute those figures, 2000 plus 200 into 6 into 3, we get 5,600 kgs as the answer. One important point to remember is alternate solutions can give and usually will give different answers. So for here you see 5,600 kgs is the reorder level we found out using this formula. If we use the other formula, the answer we got, the third answer is 5,400 kgs, a difference of 200 kgs. So if you get a difference in the alternate solutions, it is right, don't get scared. So let's look at average stock level. You already know that it's maximum plus minimum level divided by 2, and the answer can be found in that way. However, we don't have the maximum level, so we'll use the maximum level formula, which is reorder level plus reorder quantity minus minimum usage into minimum delivery time. It's all given in the question. We apply the figures given, find out the maximum level, and use that to find out the average stock level, which is 10,125 kgs, which is again different from what we found out earlier, which is only 9,000. So that's about it. We have done all the 4 questions. Let's do yet another illustration. We haven't used the economic order quantity formula or the ordering cost or carrying cost formula. So this question we'll be applying those formulas. So let's read the question. PQR Limited produces a product which has a monthly demand of 52,000 units. The product requires a component X, which is at 15 rupees per unit, and 2 units of component X are required for every finished product. The ordering cost is 350 rupees per order, and the carrying cost is 12% per annum. The first question asked is to calculate the economic order quantity for component X. As you all remember, the economic order quantity formula is square root of 2 into annual consumption into the ordering cost per order divided by the carrying cost per unit per annum. The annual consumption is 52,000. It's monthly, so for yearly it would be 52,000 into 12. The ordering cost per order given in the question is 350, and the carrying cost is 12% of the price, which is 12% of 15. You calculate everything, and the answer is 15,577 point so and so. We can round it up to 15,578. So that is the answer for the economic order quantity. The next question is, if the minimum lot size to be supplied is 52,000 units, what is the extra cost the company has to incur? Now, what is this minimum lot size? Minimum lot size is nothing but the reorder quantity. We found out that the reorder quantity, which will make both the ordering cost and the carrying cost as low as possible, is 15,578, because the reorder quantity which gives the lowest costs is the economic order quantity. Now they are saying we can't buy from the wholesalers at 15,578. The lowest possible order that can be placed is of 52,000 units, which means that the ordering cost and the carrying cost will not be low. It will be much more higher than when ordered at the economic order quantity. So to find out the extra cost incurred, first let's find out what the ordering cost and carrying cost would be for 52,000 units. So when the reorder quantity is 52,000 units, the ordering cost, the formula is annual usage divided by reorder quantity into cost per order, is 4,200 rupees. The carrying cost would be, this is the formula, if you remember, reorder quantity divided by 2 into purchase price into the carrying cost expressed as a percentage, and use the figures. The amount we arrive is rupees 46,800, and the price of the product is, you see, it's 15 rupees per unit. So we can find out the cost of purchase. That's 52,000 into 12 for the entire year, into 15 is 93,60,000. You total it up, you'll get the total cost, that is 94,11,000. So this is the total cost when the reorder quantity is 52,000 units. Next, we'll find out when the reorder quantity was 15,578, the lowest possible, the economic order quantity, which would make the ordering cost and the carrying cost as low as possible. So when the reorder quantity is equal to the economic order quantity, which is 15,578 units, the ordering cost using the formula is 14,020. The carrying cost using the formula again is 14,020 also. The purchase price would remain, cost of purchase would remain the same because there's no change there. The reorder quantity will not affect the cost of purchase at all. And the total comes to 93,88,040. So you subtract the two and you will find out the extra cost incurred by the company when its reorder quantity was 52,000 and not 15,578 units. So that is the answer, 22,960. So coming back to the question, we finished the first question and the second question. The third question is, what is the minimum carrying cost the company has to incur? As I've already mentioned earlier, we will get the minimum carrying cost, the minimum ordering cost. The entire cost will be minimum when the reorder quantity is the economic order quantity. So if you look at this, we've already found out the carrying cost when the order quantity is the economic order quantity, and the answer is 14,020. So that is exactly the answer. Minimum carrying cost is the economic order quantity divided by 2 into the carrying cost expressed as a percentage of average cost inventory, and the answer is 14,020. So that's about it. We have finished the entire question. Thank you so much for watching.